Someone's letting off fireworks right now. I mean, it is December 31st. I get it, but it's still midday. I don't know. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about all of the books that I read in December, along with my January TBR, and all the books that I got for Christmas. In December, I read 7 books total. 4 of them were physical and 3 of them were audiobooks. The first book that I read in December was My December Darling by Lauren Asher. This is a small town Christmas novella where Catalina goes back to her small town for her sister's wedding, where her sister is marrying her ex. And the best man ends up being her ex's best friend. And they are forced to start hanging out because of all the wedding events that are happening, and they realize they start to enjoy each other's company. I really enjoyed this book. It was a very cutesy, Christmassy winter novella, and the wedding had a lot of wintry events that fit with the winter aesthetics that we were all going for with the winter and with a holiday novella. And obviously it is a novella, very short, but it felt like a full book. We got right into it immediately at the beginning, and all of the characters were very detailed and thought out, and you could see how well the characters got along with each other. And so for that, I rated this book 4.5 stars. I then listened to Cruel Winter with You, which is the first book in the Mistletoe collection, where there was a snowstorm and Jamie, our main character, goes over to her neighbor's house or someone that lives close to her, over to their house to go borrow a cooking pot that her father needs for Christmas. And the house she goes off to is where her best friend's brother lives. Jamie and Mark used to be childhood best friends, but grew apart with life. And he's the one who got away. She's the one that broke his heart. With the snowstorm worsening, it was unsafe for Jamie to go back to her father's house. So she's stuck overnight with Mark, and the whole night was just them talking through all of their feelings and what happened between them. I thought it was very cute that it took place over the course of just like one little night. And I liked watching them come back together and talking about what happened between them and what went wrong. And I feel like it was a very good book for the winter, and it was very cute. And I loved the romance in it. And so for that, I gave it 4 stars. I then moved on to Merry Ever After, which is the second book in the Mistletoe collection. And this one was not it. I'll say that to start. It was not it. I actually stopped reading the collection after this book because of just how sour this book left my taste for that collection. And I was like, I'm done with this. It's about a girl named Evie who is a new mom, has a newborn, opening a thrift store in a new town that she went to, and this large, as they call, gentle giant farmer walks in and needs to buy some pants but can never find any pants that fit him. I think they're just trying to explain how large he is, and he is immediately drawn to her, and she's just trying to push him away a little bit. And this book was purely spice. Nothing really happened other than the spice. And for that I said no. I did not like it. And with them calling him the gentle giant and trying to talk about how big he is with spice, you can guess where that goes. And I didn't like it. And I gave that book 1 star. That's it. Moving on. Don't need to talk about it anymore. I then moved on to The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, which is a Knives Out rom-com with enemies to lover, where Maggie and Ethan, our 2 main characters, get invited to Maggie's favorite author's house for the holidays. But when their airplane lands, there is a multi-day storm that is just starting, and they end up getting stuck in this author's house and cannot leave. The bridge collapses and the power goes out. There's no service or internet connection, and so they just cannot reach the outside world. And then the author goes missing. And a short while later, someone ends up getting poisoned. And so the stakes are rising. Maggie and Ethan do not like each other. They're on opposite sides of their genres that they write for. But they have to work together to figure out where this author went missing and if she's okay or if it's just a little game. I really enjoyed this little cutesy rom-com wintry book. It was a little slow in the beginning to get into, but once we were into it and like solving some parts of it or like figuring out what was going wrong or what was happening, it really picked up, and that was when I really started to enjoy it more. And so I gave it 3.5 stars. I then listened to Merry Christmas, which is about two characters where they had a one-night stand 6 years ago and then find out they are applying for the same job. Crazy. I would be so nervous about that. And then once their interview's over, they find out they have to spend 6 weeks together because his brother married into her family. And so they are stuck together for the winter holidays for a skiing trip that her family is taking. And they are the only two left for rooming and get stuck together in a very small, cozy little villa with one bed. I thought it was a very cute, again, wintry book. That's what we're reading mostly about right now, is just the winter holiday cozy books. I thought it was very cute. Definitely gave off the wintry vibes. It fit. And they got stuck together for all of like the group projects and events that they all did as a family. And I thought it was very funny seeing them work together because they're so competitive about wanting to beat everybody else. And I enjoyed watching them come together at the end. And for that, I gave it 3.5 stars. And then on to my favorite book of the month, which was Unsteady. This book is about Reese, who is their hockey captain. And during last year's Final Four, he got in a very brutal hit, which ended up with him getting a concussion. And now he's essentially scared to go on the ice again and has nightmares and panic attacks about it all the time. And then Sadie is struggling with debt and trying to win over custody for her little brothers, along with just worrying about her own figure skating practices and championships that she has to do as well. But Sadie witnesses one of Reese's panic attacks on the ice when he's alone and ends up trying to help him. And from this, they are drawn to each other and throughout the book just try to help each other as much as they can with their lives. I absolutely loved this book. Hockey romances are my favorite genre of book, and this book had such like real life interactions and conflicts that happened in it, so it made it feel so real. And I loved it so much that I went on Pinterest and got a collage off there and made it my lock screen for like a week while I read this because I was just so obsessed. And I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. And my final book of December and of the year is Collide. Summer is an honors roll student who needs to get into her dream graduate program, which requires her to do a project, and she gets stuck with the hockey captain. And his only concern in life is hockey. He doesn't care about this project or about her. He just wants hockey. She wants to be a sports psychologist, which go women in sports, but is trying to stay as far away from hockey as possible. They explain it in the book on why. But she tries to stay away from hockey as much as possible, but gets stuck with the hockey captain, like I said. Aiden's roommates throw a party, which he then takes the downfall for because he didn't want them to get in trouble. So he gets stuck helping her with this project. And he has no idea why she dislikes hockey so much and is trying to get her to like hockey and to like him. This was such a good book, but it did drag a little bit. There were some of like the interactions and scenes that felt repetitive or didn't need to be there to me. But I did love the romance and how cute they were. And I cannot wait for the next book to come out. And so for that, I gave this book 3.5 stars. And then now on to my January TBR. And I'm starting out first with the new releases that are coming this month with Beg, Borrow, or Steal, which comes out on January 7th, along with Onyx Storm, which comes out January 21st, which I am so excited for. And the next book that I would like to get to this month is Pucking Around. I added this to my winter TBR, which I can link above, but I'm very much still in the mood for hockey romances. And today is actually December 31st, and I finished my last book a couple days ago, and I don't want to be in the middle of a book when the new year starts. So I told myself that I cannot read until January 1st, so I'm so excited to start reading again tomorrow. And this book is about a girl named Rachel who 2 months ago walked away from the perfect man, sweet, funny, and so sexy he should be illegal. We shared one magical night, no names, no strings, and never thought I'd see him again. I was wrong. As it turns out, Mr. Perfect is the Playboy grinder for the Jacksonville Rays, the NHL's hottest new hockey team. And thanks to the 10-month fellowship I just landed, I'm his new physical therapist. I love those books. Imagine my anticipation as those familiar muscled legs walk toward me. The way my pulse races as he reaches out to shake my hand. The jerk doesn't even recognize me. This is going to be the longest 10 months of my life, because now Mr. Perfect Mistake is determined to use his every seductive trick to win me back. Meanwhile, I also have to contend with his best friend, the surly team equipment manager. That's literally my dream job. Equipment manager. And an exasperatingly stubborn, superstitious goalie who's convinced I'm his good luck charm. This is my chance to prove myself, and I'm not risking it for anything. But between one unexpected night and one secret revealed, these men are ready to test all my limits. Still, I can't fall for a player, let alone 3. Or can I? Okay, this sounds good. I'm excited for this. That makes me want to start tomorrow. I might start this book tomorrow. And moving on to Pucked by Helena Hunting. I read the back of this book in one of my previous videos, which again I can link above. I don't think I need to repeat it again. It's just more hockey romance. And this one also seems kind of spicy. And then I do have a Book of the Month subscription, which I've had for the last couple years now. And the book that I picked out for this month is, I believe it's pronounced Babylonia, which I'm excited to read that. I believe it's a historical fantasy, I believe. I just ordered it today, so I don't physically have it with me right now, but that is what I'm going to be reading this month, and I'm excited for that as well. And then now on to the books that I got for Christmas. So I didn't get physical books for Christmas because I flew back home, but I did get multiple gift cards for Barnes & Noble, which I've already gone and used. And so this will be the books that I got with those gift cards from Christmas. Which, first I got the Carvel box set trilogy. This is the holiday collection, or their winter edition collections. And they are stunning, these covers. I cannot wait to go through and read all these. They're gorgeous. And then I also got these 3 books, which are the newest books in the Inheritance Games series that she has right now. And I know I mentioned in a previous video that was a series I'd like to get to this year, where I don't have the books right now, but Barnes & Noble is doing a sale on all their hardcover books, and I said, why not? Let's get it started and go out and buy these books because they're on sale. So I did. Same with the box set, actually. I got that on sale, which the workers there were very nice because technically the box sets aren't on sale, but they worked their magic and let me get it on sale. And they were all very stunned that this box set by itself is like $115, but because they gave me a discount, and then I also got these books, which were also on sale, and I have the premium Barnes & Noble membership, which I get 10% off, and then I had 2 gift cards to use on this, so it brought my total down to $4. I paid $4 for these 3 books and these combined. $4. That's girl math. The cashier was like, I like that girl math. And I go, yeah, I like it too. So, lots of books for Christmas. And with that, we are done for today's video. That was all the books I read in December, my January TBR, and all the books I got for Christmas. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Please like, subscribe, comment. I will appreciate all of those things. I will answer any questions you have if you have any. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!